All right. So according to StreamYard, we're live. Now I'm just gonna wait for YouTube to send out the notification. And there it is. And boom. All right. Now let me go ahead and tweet this out. And then we shall begin the podcast. Cause yeah, we got to have a chat. We gotta have a serious sit down chit chat tonight because getting real out here. Getting real. All right, so I see people are in the chat, but I don't see it on StreamYard. So hello, Tech Free Needs. Hello, Christina, the Red. There you are. There you guys are. All right, cool. You guys are here. All right, let me send a tweet out, and we can go ahead and start the festivities. And I'll go from there. Let me make sure that this thing does what it's supposed to do. And boom. Okay, so that's that. And we can begin. Whew, okay. I got Jay Panda out there. What's up, Jay? Fit Blonde Fitness. How you doing? How you doing? We got Genosins in the cut. Whoo! My head of security, your half reviews. How y'all doing? Yes. I didn't know I was going live tonight until 15 minutes ago. So you're not alone, Genosins. You're not alone. I did not know I was going live, but I feel like I need to go live and have a chit chat with you all. So that's what we're gonna do here. Yeah. So let me stop messing around. We might, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but we might be here for a little bit. We gotta talk about some things. We gotta talk about some things. So let me stop messing around and get into it. Yeah, we here. Let's see. We got all right. Yep. All right. Yep. Let me turn up that up. I should probably turn that down. Okay. Cool. All right. Turn that back up. Okay. Cool. All right. Let me turn it down. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Here we go. All right. So let me get to the introduction. So I know if you're listening to this podcast right now or you're watching, you're probably expecting a tech podcast because that's what I normally do. And there will be a little bit of tech in the podcast. But tonight, we got to talk about things that are happening in the real world that have affected a lot of us, affect all of us, tech, no tech, whatever the case may be. So this VypDrive episode 67 is an emergency podcast. It's called 2020 Canceled. And we got to talk about what's happening in the world right now. VypDrive. Start now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech. And tonight, I had to turn on the camera, get on the YouTube airways, get on the podcast airways, and have a heart-to-heart and have a heart-to-heart with all of you. In case you've been living under a rock for the past, pretty much for the entire year, you know what's happening across the entire world right now. I can't really say what's happening because YouTube will suppress the podcast and all that jazz. You all know the rules by now. We're calling it the beer flu, so we're going to continue to call it the beer flu. But because of what's happening across the world, a lot of things are being canceled. Ways of life are changing. We're losing people. I'm not going to say the D word, but we're losing people. There is some real world, real life stuff going on that is much bigger than tech. But obviously, when you have stuff like this going on, it highly affects what's happening in the tech space. I've made videos on my main YouTube channel about how Apple's been affected. iPhone 12 production has been delayed, about how they had to cancel their iPhone 9 launch, this, that, and the other. They canceled their March event internally. They were going to have a March event this year, but they have since decided to cancel it, because even in Santa Clara County, which is where Cupertino is located, the county officials there have asked all companies not to have mass gatherings with 1,000 or more people. So this beer flu has wreaked havoc on our entire way of life right now, and it's only the beginning. Like, we don't know when this will end. We don't know when we don't know when we're gonna get a hold on this. Obviously, it started off in China. Italy is on lockdown right now. Like somebody just said in my chat, E3 is being canceled. The National Basketball Association has suspended their season because one of the players tested positive for the beer flu. So this is just absolute craziness going on across the world right now. And to start the podcast, I think we need to get a hold on what exactly is happening here. Now, a lot of people are still skeptical. They're cynics. They don't really believe that this is more serious than it actually is. But hopefully, if you're listening to this podcast after I go over some numbers and things that are happening in the actual world, you'll have a better understanding of what's actually happening out there and why the precautions are being taken the way that they're being taken. So just today, early today, the World Health Organization classified this current outbreak as a pandemic. Now, the first question you might ask is, Viper, what is a pandemic? So if we go here by Google definition of pandemic, it says of a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world. So it says a disease over the whole country or the world. And I think it's safe to say, given the events of the past 2 months, this beer flu has impacted the entire world, which is why now the World Health Organization has classified it as a pandemic. It doesn't matter where you live. You're not safe. It is a pandemic, which means it is worldwide. It is global now. It started in China. It's across the Eastern Hemisphere. It's hit Europe. It's hit Italy. It's hit Korea. Now here in the U.S., we got a bunch of cases going on in the U.S. And one of the cool things about my Galaxy S20 Ultra here is that I'm able to hold apps in memory. So I held a CNN page in memory, describing what's going on, what had just happened here in the last like half an hour. So there are now 115,000 cases worldwide of the beer flu. The president of the U.S. just suspended travel from Europe. He suspended travel from 26 European countries to the U.S. for the next 30 days. So, and this travel ban begins Friday. So if you are over in Europe and you want to come home, you better get on a plane like immediately, because after Friday, you are stuck. You're not getting into the country. It is that serious. People are talking about this like it's some type of regular, common, everyday flu. No, people, no. You don't cancel the NBA season. You don't ban international travel. You don't have all these events canceled. We've had the Mobile World Conference canceled. We've had E3 canceled. The NBA canceled their season. The NHL might be right behind. You don't do all of this because of a flu. This is an outbreak. It's a pandemic. It is very serious. So, like I said, 115,800 people in the world have been infected. At least 1,000 in the U.S. have been affected. And unfortunately, we've lost over 4,200 people to the beer flu. So when we say this is serious, it is very serious. Now, this is an infectious disease. It is an airborne pathogen. Let me explain in part. It is an airborne pathogen, which means you can get it just by breathing. So when you are going out here buying up these surgical masks, acting like they're going to protect you, you aren't doing yourself any favors. You're actually doing more harm to the actual healthcare workers who need the surgical mask, and the patients who have been infected already who need the mask to stop the spread of infection. But y'all going out here buying out masks like they're going to help you, and it is an airborne pathogen, which means it is transmitted through the air. A mask won't help you unless it's one of those crazy respirator masks. But a surgical mask will not help you. It will not stop you from catching this disease. It is an airborne pathogen, people. So next, I want to share my screen here because I have up a page from the World Health Organization because I don't want to talk all my behind about this stuff. I want to give you guys actual factual information that you could take to the bank. So when I'm about to pull up the page from the World Health Organization, and we're going to go over the symptoms because some of you all might be aware of, some of you might not be aware of the symptoms of the beer flu. So we are going to pull this page up, and that is not the page I want to pull up. So we're going to stop that one, or we're going to close that. I don't care about that page. We're going to try this again. And for those of y'all listening to audio only, I'm going to go through the symptoms of the beer flu. If you don't know what I'm talking about by now, you probably should. So what are the symptoms of the beer flu? The most common symptoms of the beer flu are fever, tiredness, and dry cough. Some patients may have aches and pains, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat, or diarrhea. These symptoms are usually mild and begin gradually. Some people become infected but don't develop any symptoms and don't feel unwell. Most people, about 80%, recover from this disease without needing special treatment. Around 1 out of every 6 people who get the beer flu become seriously ill and develop difficulty breathing. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like high blood pressure, heart problems, or diabetes are more likely to develop serious illness. People with fever, cough, and difficulty breathing should seek medical attention. So, the main symptoms of the beer flu: fever, tiredness, and dry cough. Fever, tiredness, and dry cough. And again, this is not some random stuff I'm making up. I am on the website of the World Health Organization. So if you can't take this information to the bank, then you are way too skeptical. And I see we have my man Genosis posting a link to this page I have here that I'm sharing. So thank you, Genosis, for that. For those of y'all on audio only that want to get more information about what's happening, just go to who.int or something like that. Yeah, who.int, and or just type in World Health Organization and you'll find all the information that you want to find. So we've been hearing a lot that this particular disease, the mortality rate is more fatal to older adults, 60 or older. So we got a bunch of young people out here running around acting like it's not a big deal because they think they'll be fine. And for the most part, you will be fine. But it's bigger than you. And I don't think young people are properly appreciating how severe the situation is and just how lethal they can be. This is an infectious disease. You can carry it and not know it. So if you are in a place with a lot of people or whatnot, and you happen to contract the disease, if you go visit families or friends, or maybe you have like grandparents or things like that you visit, you can pass on the disease to them unknowingly and put them at risk. This is why everybody canceling their large gatherings, their large events, things like that. They don't want people together in large numbers because the disease is that easily infectious and contagious. Again, it is an airborne pathogen. Airborne pathogen, man. So the most common transmission of this disease is via touch. And again, it's an airborne pathogen. So if you breathe in particles and things like that, you can contract the disease. That's why they keep saying, don't touch your face, wash your hands. The main thing is that you need to wash your hands early and often. I'm not gonna harp too much on this, but I'm about to be 40 years old this year. And in my lifetime, I've seen a lot of men coming in and out of the restroom without washing their hands. I'm not going to tell you how disgusting that is because I don't really have to explain this stuff to you, but that is disgusting. Like, how do you go to the bathroom and not wash your damn hands? Well, you better start washing your damn hands because that's the main way you could protect yourself from the beer flu. Wash your damn hands as often as you can and just keep them clean and don't touch your face. Now, I am failing at life with the touch your face thing because I'm always touching my face. But however, I make sure I wash my hands a lot. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't know about you all, but I can't not touch my face. I'm always touching my face if I'm resting my head on my hand or I'm like messing with something in my eye or whatever the case may be. I find myself touching my face a lot and I can't really stop it. I mean, it's just one of those involuntary reactions that you just do as a person. Um, so I have issues with that. So you're not supposed to touch your face, obviously. I mean, it's an infectious disease. You can transmit it through touch, things like that. So, but again, I have a problem with this. But it just goes to further highlight why we can't be coming together in mass gatherings. Because how often are you touching your face? How often are you shaking hands or dapping somebody or this, that, and the other? Just by breathing with the disease, you could transmit it. Again, I keep saying this and I keep harping on it, but it is an airborne pathogen. It is transmitted via the air. So this is why you got the NCAA canceling crowds at their tournament. This is why the president is banning incoming people from international destinations. This is why the NBA has suspended their season, and now the entire Utah Jazz is being quarantined because a player from that team contracted the virus. So now they all have to be quarantined because of how easily this thing is transmitted and how contagious it is. So this is why we need to be aware of what's happening out here. We are entering uncharted territory as human beings. Most of us, anyway. So I got a comment here from Christina here. She says it's important to note that it's not an airborne disease and it's not actually transferred via touch and transferred via respiratory droplets. Um, I mean, respiratory droplets. I mean, you were talking about breathing and coughing and things like that. So, I mean, again, I don't know how that's different from. Yeah, I don't know, but if you touch somebody that's been infected or you breathe around somebody that's been infected, you are at risk. So, I mean, I don't know if any of the information I just spouted out to you guys is inaccurate because of that, but the same, nothing really changed. The same thing. If you're in a general area of someone and you're in their airspace and you're breathing their air and things like that, you're in trouble. That's why a lot of people, a lot of the government officials are stating that you might want to stay at least a meter or 3 away from the near person if you think they might have it and things like that. So again, it's not about if you have the disease or not. It's about even if you're a young person and you ultimately will be okay, you can easily transmit it to the next person who might not be okay, which is why mass travel is being cut down, or mass gatherings, I should say, and everything else. And all these companies are asking their employees to work from home, especially if they've had an employee that's been impacted by the beer flu. So this is why everything is happening the way that it is, because of how easily this disease is transmitted and caught and how contagious it is. Now, this brings me to my next point, which is kind of crazy, but we are entering a interesting time period as human beings. Most of us alive right now have never experienced anything like this in our lifetime. This is literally straight out of a movie. I have only seen anything like this in movies and things like that about viruses and things like that. So this is crazy. We have to be vigilant. We have to be prepared, but don't overreact. All right, let's see. So I got a comment in the chat that says it can be spread by touch. I am certain of this. If you touch it and touch a mucous membrane, nose or mouth, you could be infected. Yeah. Again, respiratory droplets. I mean, it's touch. Like, I mean, there's a reason why they're telling you to stay away from people. I mean, you don't touch nobody with the beer flu. So it is what it is. But we're entering uncharted territory as human beings. We've never lived through anything like this. The last time something like this actually happened was the Spanish flu back in 1918. So you're talking about over 100 years since the last time we have faced a pandemic, which is just bananas to me. But we are in uncharted territory. We need to be aware and educated about what's happening and why it's happening and how it's happening. That's why I want to come on here on the podcast. Shout out to the 39 or 40 of you that are watching right now. If you missed any part of the podcast, please go back and watch the replay. I have already highlighted very important information that you need to know pertaining to what's happening across the world with the beer flu. So if you missed any part of the podcast, you need to go back and watch it from the beginning. So, knowing what I know about what's happening out here right now, I wanted to come on here tonight and be an escape. I know a lot of this is about the beer flu and things like that, but that is everywhere. If you turn on the TV, you turn on the news, anywhere you turn right now, all they're talking about is the beer flu and how it's affecting this, that, and the other. So I kind of want to come on here and just give you guys a little bit of an escape. That is, I mean, obviously it's hard not to talk about this, but we could talk about other things. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that about technology or anything like that, we can definitely talk about that. But again, I want to come on here and highlight this. And I posted a comment, El Jefe. I don't know if you got must have missed it, but I already posted this. But yes, it can be transmitted via touch. That is why they don't want people together. That is why they are telling you to stay apart, stay away from people. I think John Prosper reported on front page tech that Apple is holding their Genius Bar, or they are separating their Genius Bar appointment. They're trying to space them out so customers won't be put too much together. They won't be bumping each other at the Genius Bar. So Apple is actually spacing out their Genius Bar appointments so customers won't bump into each other, so there won't be too many of them in one place. And they also said that Apple is eliminating seating at Apple stores to deter customers from packing in the Apple stores. One of the large reasons why Apple canceled their March event and they won't sell the iPhone 9 this month is because they don't want people rushing to Apple stores to buy a new phone. That and the fact that there's not much more of a demand. But again, you can't really, you got to be careful about where you're at, what you're doing, where you're going, things like that. And again, above all else, wash your damn hands, man. Like I mean, I don't understand. Like, how do you go to the bathroom and not wash your hands? And beyond me, I don't understand this. Wash your hands, man. You gotta wash your hands. Like, I'm sorry, but washing your hands is not optional. It's mandatory. It's required. When you go to the bathroom, no matter what you're doing in the bathroom, if you go to a bathroom, don't leave the damn bathroom until you wash your damn hands. I don't understand this stuff. I don't understand. Wash your damn hands. My Lord. Again, the number one protection, the number one way you protect yourself against this disease is by washing your hands. I mean, I can't stress it enough. I mean, people keep telling you that's the number one deterrent. Wash your hands, be clean. And oh my goodness, that is what it is. Whew. So, like I was saying earlier, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this tonight, but I also wanted to let you know that I'm gonna as best I can keep doing what I do on this YouTube. Like, I'm gonna keep putting out my tech videos, things like that. Keep putting out these podcasts because I want to be an escape. I've already made like 2 or 3 videos highlighting this beer flu and how it's affected technology and things like that. So even though it's kind of hard to avoid this because it has such an effect on the way we live life, and the effects aren't short term either. This is going to have a long term effect on how tech companies can move out with their products and things like that. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to come on here and be an escape for you guys. Hopefully, something to take your attention off of what's happening in the world because, oh my Lord, I mean, everywhere you turn, it's literally everywhere. Every 5 minutes, another event is being canceled. Another crazy number is popping up as far as how many people contracted this thing. I mean, it's literally everywhere. So I'm just like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know what? I need to be on here. I need to provide an escape. I need to help. By providing you an escape, this provides me an escape because I can focus my mind on other things besides what's happening in the real world by putting out these tech videos, talking to you guys, rocking with you guys. And that way we both can have some type of an escape from what's happening out there. Because the moment you go out the house, you don't even know, man. You don't even know. It's crazy. So I'm here. The podcast is here. And I just want to tell all my other fellow content creators that you have a voice, you have power, you have responsibility. We are in dire times right now. We don't know when this thing is going to let up, but we don't know where if there's any end in sight, this, that, and the other. So as content creators, we need to be a beacon of hope. We need to be a beacon of light for our audience. Give them an escape, give them some positivity because we can all use some positivity right about now. There is so much negative crap happening around us right now that we as content creators have the power to come on here and provide a positive outlet. And that is what I'm about. And that's what I'm going to try to do every time I come on here. So if you're a content creator, man, just be the best human you can. Be a positive light for your audience, for your people, and just be present, be here. Because a lot of people are spending a lot of time at home because of this, and you are going to be looked to provide some type of escape for these people. I can imagine that in the next month or 2 or 3 or however long this goes out, the YouTube numbers are going to skyrocket. Like YouTube already has like 2.5 billion monthly users. That might double because of this outbreak. I mean, there are going to be a lot of people on YouTube, and we as content creators have to be present and give them something to enjoy, laugh, cry, whatever. Give them something to have until this whole thing passes over, because that's why we're here. We're here to serve the people. And I don't know of any more important time to serve the people than right now. So if you have an audience, if you're a content creator, it's time to go to work, baby. It's time to go to work. All right. Without the way, let me see what y'all's on the chat. Oh, Trenton Marshall says the Cleveland hospitals are also developing drive-through testing centers. Nice. That is pretty cool. I don't know all the details, but apparently there were some scientists that tried to do early testing on this before it broke out like it is now, and they were rejected, which doesn't surprise me with the way we run things in our country in the current state. So yeah, man, I don't know, but now that it's here, I mean, now we have to deal with it. I mean, you can only procrastinate for so long before you have to face the music, and now we have to face the music. Yeah, like I said, this outbreak is going to hurt some people. It's gonna wreck our economy. Hourly workers are gonna feel the pain, and those that can't work from home are really gonna be feeling it because they can't. There's no. I mean, I mean, if you get laid off or you can't work out here in this current climate, how are you going to get a job? Like, what are you going to do? Like, you got nowhere to go. No one's hiring in this type of economy right now. Not with this outbreak going on. I don't even understand, man. This is crazy. So Orlando says Seattle purchased a motel to turn into a quarantine hospital. Yeah. There'll probably be a lot of that happening because these hospitals are going to be overrun. They're not going to be able to handle the amount of cases that are coming up. And we're going to have to do a lot of impromptu shifting of buildings and churches and schools to be triaged for the people that get sick. Yep, El Jefe, I think you're right. I think layoffs are coming. It's sad, but I mean, the company's going to cut waste the moment they get a chance, and it is what it is. Mike said he's a truck driver. They're gonna make him work. Yeah, man. I mean, I mean, some of us, for some people, this is absolute job security. For other people, it might be the end of your job. I don't know. All right, let's see what else y'all think in the chat. Let me go back up here and see what I missed here. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. Uh, I think Tech 702 has it right. Any mass gathering, it will be canceled. So if you have concert tickets, if you thought you were going to WrestleMania 36, you're not. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Like these WWE fans, they're hardcore, man. They really think they're going to go to WrestleMania this year. WrestleMania is in 2 weeks, and I promise you, it will be canceled. There is no way in hell Tampa is going to let 70,000 people crowd into a stadium for an event when everybody across the damn world and country is shutting down. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I mean, I used to be a hardcore wrestling fan, so I know how you guys feel. I know it sucks, but you are not going to WrestleMania 36. It will be canceled. It's not happening, dude. They can't. Dude. Tampa does not want that type of smoke. People acting like Vince McMahon is a god and he can do whatever he wants. No, he can't. It's not up to Vince McMahon. It's not up to the WWE. It is up to the Florida government on whether or not that event will take place. And I'm 95% certain they will cancel WrestleMania 36 probably by the weekend. By the end of this weekend, it will be canceled. So, hate to break it to you all. You should probably prepare to cancel your hotel and your flight. It ain't happening, dude. Hell, at this point, you shouldn't want to go to WrestleMania 36. Are you kidding me? You want to be surrounded by 70,000 people in that type of venue with an outbreak, with a pandemic going on? No. That is not the smoke that you want. Just stay home, watch it on TV. If they still have it, watch it on TV, watch the pay-per-view, whatever. WWE Network exists. Watch it on the network, man. But you don't need to be going down to WrestleMania, man. Y'all don't need that. And like I said, it will be canceled by the weekend. Like there's no way they're gonna let Vince have WrestleMania 36. It's not happening. Like Shinoda said, he'll be walking out to an empty stadium, bro. They're not happening. Like Florida is not gonna let that happen. Like they're not letting that happen. So sorry, WWE fans, it's not happening. Just get ready for it. Get ready. Oh, that's right. A Christian, that's right. I think Christian's in Tennessee, and they just had tornadoes down there. So he says, we are still having big issues with the infrastructure from the tornado last week. Not to mention everyone who just lost their home. The beer flu panic on top of that is insane. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, dude. Whew, wow, it's crazy stuff going on, man. Like like I said, from the tornadoes, now you got to deal with this out. Whew, man, it's rough. It's rough, man. I can only imagine. The poet says the Olympics may have a serious issue. At a minimum, I think the athletes will be able to compete, but zero spectators. Yeah, there's no way that that there will be spectators at the Olympics. If the Olympics goes on as planned, there will not be crowds. They will be banned. It will not happen if they don't cancel the Olympics altogether. The Olympics probably might even be canceled. I mean, because you got to remember, you got athletes coming from all over the world, or that will be coming from all over the world to compete, and it's a lot of them. I mean, it's more. The Olympics is more than just canceling the crowd. You got athletes from all over, so that's a mass gathering of people from all over the world together in that one spot or those spots wherever they have the Olympics. I don't see the Olympics happening either. Not at this rate. They're gonna have to cancel the Olympics too. Like it's sad, but it is what it is. Trent says that NASCAR getting canceled too. If it's a mass gathering, it probably has a good chance of getting canceled. Like I said, right now, so I don't know if it was Seattle or the state of Washington or Seattle mayor or the governor of Washington. He had banned any gatherings of 250 people or more, and that's in Seattle. So if you're in Seattle and you have an event that has 250 people or more, it's been banned. You can't do it. In San Francisco, they have banned gatherings of 1,000 people or more. Warrior games, you can't even go to the Golden State Warrior games anymore. Obviously, the NBA has suspended the season, but before the NBA suspended the season, the Warriors' home games were going to be empty because those gatherings were banned. Any mass gatherings will be banned. Concerts, tournaments, games, WrestleMania, any mass gathering is probably going to be banned. It is a prime area for the expansion of this outbreak. It's like it's not safe. It's not safe. And frankly, at this point, it's not smart. So it's not safe. It's not smart, and it's no need. Like you might as well it's not happening. All right, so people were saying that the Olympics has time. Yeah, I think that the Olympics started, I think in July, I think June or July. So yeah, the Olympics have time, but time flies, and this outbreak is not going to get better anytime soon. This outbreak is only going to get worse. So the Olympics, the Olympics are on their last leg at this point. It is what it is. Yeah, you know, since there are a bunch of good WrestleMania to stream, no doubt. The WWE Network is legit. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, the poet said he was planning to go to Computex 2020 in Topai, but I canceled that. Wonder if it'll be canceled altogether. Again, any large gathering will probably be canceled. They are canceling everything, dude. E3 canceled. The National American Association of Broadcasters, NAB, I think whatever it is they call it, that's been canceled. Mobile World Congress got canceled. Apple March event, even though it was never made official, it got canceled. Any mass gathering will be canceled. It is not safe. It is not smart. None of these brands want that negative heat on them. If something were to happen at that gathering, they're not doing it. They're canceling everything. That is why the title of the podcast is 2020 is canceled. Because any large event in 2020 is getting canceled right now. They're all getting canceled. And I mean, when I say they're all getting canceled, they are all getting canceled. Chicago just canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade this weekend. Everything getting canceled, man. We are literally in a real life horror movie. Everything getting canceled. People are buying up toilet paper like they don't have no damn sense. Like this stuff is crazy out here, man. This stuff is literally out of the ordinary. So that's where we're at. Whew. Uh, yeah. Um, I feel kind of bad even acting given the situation where we're at, but I mean, I don't know what my future is going to hold, so I'm going to do what I do anyway. So if you guys want to support the podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, you have the option of super chatting. If you don't want YouTube taking 30% of your donation, you do also have the option of buying me a coffee. The link is in the description. None of this stuff is required, as I tell you guys each and every week. But given what we're about to face, every little bit will definitely help. So thank you very much. If you're listening on audio only and you would like to donate to the podcast, there will be links in the show notes for you to do that. Again, none of this stuff is required, but given what we're about to face and an uncertain future, any little bit will help. So thank you for rocking out and listening to me each and every week. Definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you, Janosa, for pasting the links in the chat. If you guys want to buy me a coffee, there's that link. Appreciate you. You want to get some Viper merch, there's that link. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, yeah, and Coachella, one of the biggest music festivals in the world. Coachella got canceled. I mean, they're canceling everything, man. They are canceling everything, dude. Whoo. They are literally canceling everything. After said, YouTubers got it made, work from home, and many other people will be isolated at home watching YouTube. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. YouTube is about to see some serious uptick in traffic because, like Ethnic just said, a lot of people are going to be at home over these next month or two trying to figure out what's happening with this virus. And creators have the chance to get out here and get some eyes on their work and their channel because a lot of people are going to be watching YouTube. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes on the channel. I mean, a lot of eyes on the platform. Okay, what else is going on? All right, Coachella is postponed to October. Okay, I mean, again, I mean, it is what it is, but and at this point, if it's postponed, it's probably going to be canceled, end up being canceled because we are in the middle of a pandemic outbreak with no end in sight, man. And I mean, we're talking about stuff being canceled and things like that, or stuff being postponed, but we don't know what's going to happen with the outbreak. We don't know. So until further notice, if it's being postponed, it's probably going to end up being canceled. And shout out to whoever just brought me 5 coffee. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Didn't give me a name, so I don't know, but thank you very much. Let's see. I'm with you, Trent. Too bad all this government debt won't be canceled. However, I'm not personally, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump as a president, but he is handling business though. I know he was supposed to meet with Congress or the Senate at the very least to discuss uh, giving hourly workers a payroll tax break, so as we won't have to pay taxes on our checks, which will help out a lot if this thing goes for a long period of time. And I think he was trying to put a program together to protect hourly workers and make sure they have wages and things like that. So even though I'm not always in agreement with Trump and his antics, it does. I do feel like he's trying to do the best for the country in this particular situation. So shout out to Donald Trump. Even said, does your normal work get affected by the virus? Not yet. I'm guessing it's only a matter of time, but not yet. Shout out to Battery Power for the $20 super chat. They're not canceling 2020. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Battery Power. No doubt, man. I appreciate the 2020 super chat, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Orlando theme park says South by Southwest is a mess. Yeah, man. The fact that got canceled too. South by Southwest got canceled, and that's hurting their economy because they're used to that business down there every year. And now they don't have that business, so they are really hurting. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, the poet is the one who gave me the coffee. So thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I know we are going through an interesting time here. So anything can help. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Thank you very much. But yeah, we just gotta stay strong out here. We gotta keep doing what we do. We gotta keep our heads up. This will pass. Like everything, this will pass. It's not looking too good right now. It's looking kind of bleak, but eventually we will get through this. We will be fine, and then we'll just have to heal and rebuild and go from there. Let's see. All right, let's see. Huh. Trent said Akron doctors urge social distancing, even avoiding elbow fist bump. Yeah, no touch. Basically, don't touch nobody. Shout out to Fit Blonde Fitness with the $24.99 super chat for my sunglasses habit. Yeah. Yeah, your boy Vibrant been stocking those on the sunglasses, no doubt. So thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, you can't even elbow bump. Yeah, man. What's up, man? What's up? Oh, Janosen says, who makes the new shade? So these shades that I'm wearing right now are actually Versace. So yeah, these are Versace shades. You know, I yeah, they're for Versace shades. I mean, when you have a when you have a healthcare, you can do things. You can get shades. So hey, I get shades, whatever. Let's see. uh Tech guy Smartbot says 2020 started off bad and continues to get nuts. It's already nuts, bro. It's already nuts. El Jefe said, "Welcome to my world." Yeah, it's right, El Jefe. I am, man. I got so many shades now. I have to have. So my girlfriend brought me a shades organizer, but it only holds 8 shades. Now I need another one because I got way more than 8 pairs of shades now. So I think I'm getting a 18 shades holder. So yeah, um, craziness, man, craziness. Has any mall closed? Asked Orlando. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, here's the thing about mall. I don't know if you can close the mall because those are all hourly workers and they need those jobs. So I don't know if they're going to be closing malls like that. And plus, the retailers don't want to close up shop like that and hurt their businesses. So I don't know if that's going to happen yet. I mean, I haven't heard anything yet, but I don't know. Yeah, like Lamar just said, there's a lot of schools and universities closing up shop. There are a bunch of universities like Harvard that are I mean, Harvard practically trying to kick their kids off of campus, but they've also switched to online classes, so they're not even letting kids congregate to class anymore. All the classes are being done online now, and schools that are on spring break, um, they are extending out their spring break, and when they come back from spring break, they're going to be taking online courses too. So classes are not even resuming, man. It's craziness out here. Everything's being affected out here. All right, all right, El Jefe said those rookie numbers. So apparently, I don't have enough shade for El Jefe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but yeah. I mean, yeah. Can't really, yeah. Not gonna talk about the shade because yeah, not gonna do that. Trent said we gotta start doing the touch left high five from Demolition Man. Yeah, no doubt. Matty G, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? Orlando, yes. Harvard. I think Harvard is the one that's making students vacate the dorm. Like, I think it's more than 24 hours, but they got to. I think they have to vacate the dorm by the end of the week. Um, and yeah, they are kicking kids out of their dorms, which I don't know if I really agree with that because from what we know now, we know that young people are going to be okay from the virus. So if young people spread it to young people, for the most part, unless they have like some type of immune deficiency, they will be fine. If you send these young people home and they have the virus and you send them home to their parents and grandparents that may not be able to defend themselves from this virus, now you're putting their families at risk. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think the kids will be safer on campus instead of sending them home to their family where they can put their families at risk. I don't know. I understand it. I understand not going to class. I get that, but kicking them off of campus and sending them home, that's a little extreme for me. And you're putting all their families at risk when by doing that. It's just I feel like they will better be served allowed to stay on campus and just go do the online class thing and go from there. Kicking them off out of the dorms and sending them home, putting their families at risk. I don't like that. That's not a good move to me. Yeah, Orlando, they have to yeah, however they get home, they gotta go home. They're getting kicked out, man. They're getting kicked out. Meth said with the apocalypse mentality now, seeing Viper and Shane give me neither of the comment vibe. All right, somebody else just brought me. Okay, why are we not updating here? Come on. Can I? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What's happening here? Come on, what's going on here? Okay, I'm confused. All right, all right. So somebody just donated $12. So thank you for donating. I think it was 3 coffees. I don't have a name. I don't know why I'm not getting the information tonight. But if you donated coffee again, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Wait, we get? I think we got what we got. Oh, Evid, A, my man from Norway, the Norwegian sensation with the coffee. Thank you, Evid. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the donation, Evid. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Battery power said they're sending all the students to WWE. I heard. I haven't heard anything about that. I don't know if that's real or not, but yeah, I don't know if I agree with sending all the students home, man. I don't know if I agree with that. That's kind of that's crazy. They should just let them stay on campus. Yeah, Dennis. I think that's the big thing. I think somebody at Harvard is thinking about a liability and things like that. If they go home and their family members start dying and things, yeah, Harvard's gonna have much bigger problems than that. Don't know, man. Like I said, I don't think that's a good situation, but I don't know. Janosen said, Viper, did you see the video of the parents wrapping up their kids in quarantine equipment and spray downs? I didn't see anybody wrapping their kids up, but I did see some dude spraying his son down with some disinfectant or something. Like he even sprayed it in his eyes. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, no, no, this is not, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. My goodness, what is wrong with people? People are nuts. People are genuinely nuts. Again, man. Again, it is an airborne pathogen, dude. Like you can like if somebody coughs or sneezes around you, you are in danger. Okay. If somebody touches you, you're in danger. It is an airborne pathogen, bro. I don't understand what's going on right now. What is happening here? And what in the oh my god. Um Okay. Y'all going a little crazy. Y'all are going crazy tonight. All right. Shout out to Fit Blonde Fitness for the coffee. Fit Blonde Fitness donating coffee. Thank you. Appreciate you. No doubt. Man, appreciate the generosity tonight, man. I appreciate the generosity from you all. Thank you. Oh, we got Greg Gadgets out here. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Granted, I'm no doctor, but my best medical advice is to stay home and watch lots of YouTube videos for the next few months. You know, Greg, I think a lot of people are going to take that advice. I think a lot of people are going to stay home. There's going to be a lot of working from home, things like that. That is what is going on. Yes. I'm with Genosis. Wash your hands, not your kids. Exactly. Wash your hands, not your kids. Well, some kids need to be washed, but wash your hands first, then the kids. No, Viper is not getting a new pair of shades. Viper, now I still have another 3 pair that are on the way at some point between now and next week. So, yeah, Viper. I need to cool out on the shades addiction. I've been spending a little bit too much money on shades. I need to fall back. I need to fall back. Orlando, I give Shane Dalton one more day before he's living in a bubble. Trenton said, wash your cars too. Yeah, that's actually good advice. You know, how often do we touch our cars? So, yeah, washing your cars is probably pretty good idea. I need to take that advice from myself. Wash my car. It's been a while, but yeah, wash your cars, man. Wash everything. Clean everything. Hey, you got to pour a bunch of hand sanitizer on your car. You got to do what you got to do. You got yeah, you know, like Lamar said, you don't want your car to get sick. That's right. Wash your car, baby. Wash your car. But again, like, don't freak out. I mean, well, freak out, but don't like overdo it. Don't overreact. Again, it's not. I mean, yes, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Yes, we are in the middle of an outbreak. But unless you have have a pre-existing, I can't talk. Unless you have a pre-existing condition or you're 60 or over, you don't really have much to worry about, according to the World Health Organization and all the other health-oriented people that are talking about this topic. So I don't think you need to know. I don't think you need to overreact, but you do need to be cognizant of where you're going and what you're doing, and wash your hands at every chance you get. Wash your hands. Again, the best way to protect against the beer flu, the best way to protect yourself against this outbreak is to wash your hands often. Keep your hands clean. Crystal White, who I haven't seen in a long time again. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Crystal said, speaking of overreacting, all the stores around here are sold out of toilet paper and water. It's crazy. Yeah, the water I can understand. Toilet paper, I don't understand. Like, I guess people feel like they need to be able to wash wipe their behinds. I mean, I guess I don't know, but toilet paper would not be one of my most immediate needs right now. I'll be trying to stock up on food and everything else. I mean, worst come to word, you can use alternative for toilet paper, but you need food and you need water before anything else. So I don't know why people are buying up toilet paper, but hey, to each their own. But again, don't overreact. I mean, just understand that you got to take precautions. You got to wash your hands. And there's a reason why all of these mass gatherings are being canceled. They're being canceled to protect you from yourself and to protect you from other people. So social distancing is a thing. If you're around somebody that's coughing or sneezing, make sure you stay back, stay away from them. If you do happen to shake hands or fist bump somebody, you probably want to go wash your hands afterward, or you probably just want to avoid that altogether, given the way this virus is transmitted. So avoid touching people. I touched a few people today, so I need to. Luckily, I went to wash my hands a few times, so hopefully I'll be all right. But I don't know. But yeah, I mean, take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. Just be smart about it. Like I said, don't overreact. You'll be fine if you take care of yourself. Orlando says he doesn't understand people buying water. Well, the body needs water to function. So they're not buying the water because of a natural disaster. They're buying it to drink. So That's why they're buying the water. They're buying it to drink, dude. I mean, you like I said, you need water. If you, I mean, even if you can't eat, you gotta have water. So that's why they're buying the water, because they need the water to drink. Angelo says, "What with all the craziness about the toilet paper? I don't know. I don't know why people are buying the toilet paper like they're some fools. I don't know. I guess people feel like they need enough toilet paper to wash their behind something. I don't know. Like I understand the water thing, but the toilet paper I don't really understand. There are other things that you can use to replace toilet paper if the time comes for that. You can't really replace food and water. You need those. Those are essential. So I don't understand why people are concentrating on toilet paper and not other essential things that they may need if they do get quarantined at home. But people, not everybody playing with a full deck. I don't know if you all noticed, but between me and you, common sense is not common anymore. Okay, common sense got lost a long time ago. Uh, people aren't. People just aren't. They're not. They're not intelligent. People are just dumb, and they do dumb things. Especially when you're in the middle of a panic like this, they just do stupid things. I don't know. Like El Jefe said, everybody should have at least 1 week supply of food and water in their home in case of emergency. Exactly. Food and water is paramount, especially in this type of situation. Food and water is paramount. Everything else is whatever. Shout out to the poet for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Since this has been a great discussion that needed to be had. Great stuff. We should do a collaboration sometime soon. I appreciate the support, man. It's a little bit difficult for me to do collab because I kind of post. I'm always busy like making videos or posting videos and doing live streams. But anything's possible. I won't say it's not possible, but thank you again for the support. I appreciate it. Didn't say kids poop a lot. I mean, like I said, there are alternatives that can be used instead of toilet paper. There's no alternative for food and water. You need food and water before you need toilet paper. I'm just saying. I mean, I guess there are alternatives for food, but yeah, we won't get into that because that's kind of savage, and we won't do that here. But yeah, whoo, yeah. Orlando said 2 weeks. Yeah, he said you should have enough food and water for 2 weeks. You don't want to be going to a store if it has to isolate 14 days. Yeah. I kind of worry about that myself, man, because I'm gonna need to make some trips to the store, and I mean the stores are gonna be like sold out, or is anybody gonna be working at the stores and stuff? I don't know. It's kind of crazy out here. It's kind of nutty. Meg said nothing common about common sense is some of the rarest faculty of all. Yeah, common sense is definitely not common anymore. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary how people don't think the way they're supposed to anymore, and they just do all types of irrational stuff. But it is what it is. But at this current point in time, I do not have the luxury of working at home, so I have to go to work. I have to go to work in the morning. Blah, blah. I have to go to work in the morning. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast tonight or watching it. If you're on YouTube, I appreciate it. If you super chatted, thank you for super chatting. Definitely appreciate you guys. If you brought me a coffee, thank you very much for buying me a coffee. Definitely appreciate you guys' contribution. Like I say, it's not required, but it definitely helps, especially given what the hell we're doing right now. For those of y'all listening on audio only, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I appreciate you guys. Again, if you want to support the podcast, there will be links in the show notes to do that. But that will be it for this emergency podcast. Again, wash your hands, be safe, and practically stay away from people. I mean, literally, that's where we're at. Wash your hands and stay away from people. If you do those two things, you should be fine. But wash your hands and stay back from other people. Social distancing is a thing. We are in the social distancing era. Stay back. But until the next time, baby, this your boy Viper. That was terrible. What? No, let me try this again. Luckily, I can edit these podcasts. So until the next time, baby, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.